Hello everybody, welcome back to HRL Season 14 Cup here at the lovely sunny Portorosso SX. We are back for Moto number 2. We had a very interesting Moto number 1. Now we're going to see how the action fares in the second Moto. Starting on pole for this one, we have, of course, its results reversed, which means Armada takes pole, followed by Opix, then Roman, the map creator, in third, Soul fourth, Hunter fifth, Slaunch sixth, Vulcan seventh, Fireball eighth, Detail ninth, Luke 10th, and Pancake in 11th, having won the first Moto. And, just looking at the gate, I can see Roman Slaunch on the far right, Vulcan in the middle, Soul and Hunter in the middle on the left, and it looks like Fireball, Luke, and Pancake all lining up right alongside each other in the left-hand gate, all of them waiting for that gate to go up. Another 10 laps of action. Who is going to get the whole shot? Who's going to take the overall? Is there going to be any switch-ups on the top 4 overall? Or is it going to be the same 4 drivers that we've become used to seeing on the overall? Gate drops, race underway for Moto 2, and it looks like Pancake got the whole shot there very nicely. Ahead of Fireball. And a huge pack battling their way up the stairs. The guys on the inside did get cheese. Soul gets screwed over again at the start. As a man goes up the wall, it's Vulcan. Brits are really trying to paint that wall today. They go through the tunnel. Vulcan comes to a stop. Vulcan decides to take the line, to take the jump low. And is screwed over about 3 people. We might need another replay on lap number 1. Chaos happens on lap 1 here at Portorosso for the second time. And how on earth Vulcan got out of that, still quite near the front of the pack, I do not know. So here is that replay once again. Vulcan gets clipped by the guy on going up the stairs on the inside, which was Detail, but still in 4th place. What happens here? He clips the wall and he clips the angled part. That sends him up the wall just like it did for Soul. And then he gets a bad bounce and he knows he's not going to make the jump, so he takes it low and screws over Slaunch, Roman, Soul. Hunter, it looks like, runs into Armada. And actually, because Hunter ran into Armada, he gained 2 positions right off the back of, rolling the big jump. And that is how he is, still in, the top 6 or something. Screws over 3 people and still manages to come out in 6th place after what was almost a disastrous start, although he does lose position to Slaunch there. Anyway, back to your regular race action. Looks like it is still Pancake in the lead, Fireball in second, the 2 drivers who got the best start on the whole shot. Detail... Oh, no, sorry, did I say Luke? Did I say Luke? Or did I say Pancake? Well, it's Luke in the lead, then Fireball, then Detail, then it's Pancake. So the regular top 4 drivers that we've become used to seeing. Opix with a solid start, avoiding that chaos with Vulcan in 5th. Then Slaunch, Vulcan, and Hunter reasonably close to each other. Then Armada, Soul, and your map creator once again struggling on his own track. That is Roman. I'll say again, the map creator struggling on his own racetrack. Roman. Got drivers all over the track that are sort of reasonably close to each other, but nobody trying to push at the minute, although Vulcan's going really hard to see if he can get lay a glove on Slaunch at the minute, as we've got a battle for 4th place going on. Fireball must have made a mistake, because he's now dropped from 2nd place to 4th place. Not hitting the lines consistently enough to keep Pancake and Detail behind him. And Pancake is the big gainer, because he's gained 2 positions off of this lap. Now moving into 2nd place, the man who won the first Moto, now going to try and chase after Luke. But we've seen Luke, clearly he's got the speed on this track. Detail slightly cases the jump, and that opens the door for Fireball. They're forced to take different lines. Can Fireball keep the speed up the inside? Yes, he can. And he takes third position off Detail, though Detail's trying to fight back as they go into the railway section, and Detail takes the position back. Very nicely done, and then Fireball hits a pole, or hits a tyre, just to add to his frustrations. We have got a huge pack going on here between Hunter, Armada, is it? And hang on, is this Volker? Did Volker make a mistake? Volker must have made a huge mistake. It is Volker. What on earth? We're not going to go back and look at it, but Volker must have made a terrible mistake as he tries to Goomba stomp Hunter. Yeah, Hunter was Vulcan was trying to battle with Slaunched, so he must have like fully dismounted or something, because he is now nowhere near Slaunch and has lost 2 positions to Hunter and Armada. And even Soul was close to him at one point there. As we go on to lap number 4, the laps just fly by on this track, I have to say. Let's have a look at your race leader, Luke. You know, small gap to Pancake, but not massively big. You know, it's still like, if he cases a few jumps or if he gets into a 2-wheel, Pancake is definitely close enough to challenge him. Fireball has dropped off the pace there for the battle in the podium and is once again in 4th, as he was after Moto 1. Detail, gap reasonably similar between him and Pancake as it is from Pancake to Luke. Fireball seems to be getting very used to racing these lonely races right now on this track. He knows he's got the speed, and he's shown it often enough across the season to challenge the top. Well, you know, he's rightfully earned his spot in that top 4 in the championship. But sometimes it's just on tracks like this where you can't hit the lines consistently enough, and he finds himself stuck in the position he's in right now, miles ahead of the rest of the pack. Well, maybe not miles ahead. You know, Opix is still reasonably close, and he's going to be even closer now because Fireball dismounts. Can he keep it on the track? No. Well, yes, he does, but he can't stay ahead of Opix, and he might lose another position to Slaunch. Opix into the top 4. Has the inside on Slaunch to keep 5th. But now we're going to see just how fast Fireball is. How long will it take for him to get this position back from Opix? Okay, as it turns out, bloody easy, because Opix made that very easy for him. Went super wide on the 2 corners at the top of the hill, and Fireball just flew past like he wasn't even there. Opix still doing a really solid job, though, it has to be said, to be in 5th, considering he finished 10th, second to last, in the first moto. Soul still struggling here near the back in 9th, although he has got past Armada. It's a Brit trio at the minute, Hunter, Vulcan and Soul here. Hunter leading the way at the front in 7th place. Vulcan, almost the polar opposite of Opix right now, not having the same race, the same wonderful race he was having in Moto 1. You know, clean air, smooth driving. This time around he has had it much worse and finds himself stuck in the middle of the pack right now. Hunter not too far behind Slaunch either, it has to be said. You know, gap reasonably similar to what it was at one point in Moto 1. He needs Slaunch to make a mistake, and Hunter needs to continue to keep hitting these lines consistently, which at the minute he is doing, especially on that big jump. Pancake still not able to get close to Luke, but he has opened up the gap to Detail slightly. Let's have a look Oh dear, Armada. Actually, no, to be fair, Armada's still doing a reasonable job. He's still keeping Roman behind him. That's Roman, the map creator. I don't know if Vulcan made another mistake, but he is even further behind Hunter now. I like this section, actually. That little line there offers up two very different strategies, whether you roll it and then take the rest of the jumps, or if you try to go for the big triple jump at the start and then see if you can keep your speed through there, going back into the tight Monaco-style corners. We have just 3 laps to go here on Portorosso, and everybody seems to be reasonably well spaced out. Pancake maybe slightly cut the gap on Luke. Detail, Fireball, now back into his rhythm, comfortably in 4th place. Apex still looking comfortable as well, holding on to 5th. I don't know if Slaunch is just not hitting the lines consistently. He must be making mistakes, because Hunter is just slowly closed up, closer and closer and closer, and now he is right on Slaunch's tail. This is probably the closest battle on track. Can Hunter get anywhere near Slaunch? They're side by side, they both roll it. They both take the jumps the same, but Hunter just slightly cased at the end. If he'd hit that clean, he maybe could have dived up the inside on Slaunch, but Slaunch managed to keep his speed up well enough. Hunter goes a little bit wide on the last corner, opens the door a little bit to Vulcan, and now Hunter goes from offense to defense. Vulcan is now on his tail with Soul right behind him. There's a time for Hunter to hit the big jump. It is now. He has got to get it, and he doesn't get it! Hunter, no! Loses 2 positions. And that is the bane of Hunter's SX career right there. Right there. When it comes to having to hit the line smoothly at the right time, he cannot do it. Does get the position back on Soul, but Soul is still fighting. Take a look at detail here as our race leaders go onto the final lap. Pancake is right there on Luke's tail, but this is the overall. Luke has it right now. He got 2nd in the first race. If he finishes 1st here, he will take the overall on a tiebreak, and that'll be another overall victory for Luke, continuing his run, his strong run of form, it has to be said. Detail in 3rd on his own. Fireball in 4th on his own. Coming out of the tunnel next is Apex, who actually must have made a mistake because Slaunch has cut the gap on him. Then it's Vulcan. Then it's Hunter, who screws up again, but lands it reasonably well. Soul in 9th. Roman has managed to make 1 pass on his own track in 10th, and then Armada in 11th. Let's catch back up to the race leaders. There's detail. My God, look how far behind Roman is compared to the race leaders. That is a big fat rip. Luke takes the win and the overall, with Pancake just behind him in 2nd. Detail will come home 3rd. What about this? The rest of this pack? Hang on, oh no, that is Apex. And then we got Slaunch, Vulcan, Hunter, Soul, and then Roman. Roman must have made another mistake because Armada's right on his tail. Very poor driving here from the map creator, Roman. But hey, it is one hollow victory. He makes it into the top 10. Armada crashes into him in defiance to his poor map creating. Even though I think the track is actually quite good, even if Roman, the map creator, does suck at his own track. But there is your winner and the man who has taken the overall here on Portorosso. StandbyLuke 7. There is the results on the screen once again. As I said, detail, double 3rd places. Fireball, double 4th places. Vulcan, not as solid as his first moto, but 7th is still good, especially considering the start he had. And Roman, oh dear, I think Roman just wants to get off of his own track as fast as possible. The overall, as I say, Luke takes the tiebreaker on Pancake. Both finish on 32 points, but because Luke finished higher in the second moto, he gets it on the tiebreaker. 5th place overall actually goes to Slaunch because he finished ahead of Vulcan in Moto 2. He got 6th, Vulcan got 7th, both on 22 points. So Slaunch 5th overall, Vulcan 6th overall. Hunter? Oh no, sorry, no, not Hunter. Arpex 7th overall, although he and Hunter also finished on the same number of points. But that really solid top 5 finish, it has to be said, for Arpex. Secures him 7th overall, Hunter 8th. Soul 9th overall. Roman, the map creator, pitiful 10th overall with 15 points. And then Armada, 2 11th places. You guessed it, that makes it 11th overall with 12 points. And then if we take a look at the championship standings, it is as you were at the top. Because Luke and Pancake both finished on the same number of points, it means Luke still has a 2-point lead on Pancake, although both of them do open up the gap slightly on Detail, who is now 5 points behind Pancake and 7 points behind Luke. Fireball comfortably in 4th place overall. Slaunch opens up the gap slightly to continue to be best of the rest in 5th. Roman Roman loses ground on Slaunch, but is still 6th overall, with Arpex just 1 point behind him. Soul 8th overall, but he is now just 1 point away from getting to a century, so he basically just needs to turn up to one more moto, wouldn't even have to race it, and he'd get the point he needs to move into 100. Hunter moves up 1 place to 9th, as does Vulcan, although neither of these drivers have raced the maximum number of races. Hunter has missed 2 motos, or 1 race. Vulcan has missed 2 races now. Armada 11th. And then the rest of the leaderboard is as you were with, Nuked, Killer, Sakeshi, Real Deal. All of these drivers not showing up for this race, so they remain on the same number of points in the standings. And that was Portorosso SX. I have to say, I said it during the race, a fantastic looking track. I really enjoyed it, just to look at the track, let alone drive on it. And as far as SXs go, I have to say, a pretty nice track. Some pretty exciting racing. And, I don't think there's really much more to say apart from that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you again very soon for the next race.